you doing, Brian?
Wonderful. Wonderful. I've never been happier. Fantastic second half performance. We can all be happy that we pulled out a fantastic second half. We won that second half 1-0. Let's all be happy and have some excuses. Fantastic. Brilliant.
Okay,
Brilliant.
Brian.
If there was a trophy for second half performances, we're top of the fucking league. Whoop-de-doo.
Okay.
Let's go.
There you go. First of all, how are you besides the football? Let's get into the niceties first.
No, mate, listen, I'm good. I'm chilling with the Stell's come out for a few days, so I've got... There you go. There he is. He's come out to Toronto before he goes to Chicago. I'm coming back to London. Yeah, skittles and rainbows in my personal life. All tickety boo. Lovely, wonderful.
Do you think though, Brian? I'm kind of sat in. I'm disappointed that we've lost, but I'm not actually as disappointed as I thought I would be, based on that performance.
Listen, I said to you before, and I'm sick of this. Don't worry, wait till we click. Don't worry, Arsenal will fall off a cliff. They haven't, we haven't. But it's okay. It's okay. The January window's coming. We'll relax. The World Cup is a good time. We'll just keep making all the excuses we want to do. And for the people that want to say I'm negative, crack on. Crack right on. Because I want better for my football club. And performing second half performances and having to go 2-0 down to then go, oh, do you know what? Maybe we should try and do something. And then you bring on Kulusevski, who's injured, and does more in 80 seconds than the team do all. Yeah, let's all be happy about it.
Do you not think, though, Brian, in the first half, after they scored, we were pretty much on top until Eric Dyer makes a massive mistake?
Yeah, but mate, we don't play football to go, yeah, we were on top. We don't play and go, woohoo, we won possession. We're going up the league in possession. We support football to watch our football club score more goals than the other team, to get 3 points and climb up the league.
Okay. We do, Brian. But would you, Brian, we're going to be in the top 4 regardless of what happens next week.
Let's have a
Listen.
Let's have a trophy. Let's have a top 4 trophy.
No, but Brian,
Wicked.
And I think if you'd asked any fan, we would have topped our group and got through into the knockout stages, and we'd have been in the top 4 come the World Cup. Would you have taken that at the start of the season?
Mate, I've openly come out and said that. But when you look at our defence that's going into the Champions League knockout groups next week or tomorrow, Dyer, Longley, and Davies. Yeah, other Champions League teams are shitting themselves at that. Absolutely are. Oh yeah, let's not forget Emerson and Cess as well. And I've been backing Cess up, but they're all going. Oh no, let's avoid Tottenham. It's 2 legs, so we'll probably only turn up for one of them anyway because we're a second half team, aren't we?
So did you find that obviously in the second half we were probably a lot better, but obviously it's becoming a bit of a problem with Spurs at the moment.
Mate, we're bipolar Hotspur.
do you feel like you can see something around the corner, or is it like now you're fully gone?
I've seen someone around the corner for 15 years. 15 years I've seen something around the corner.
Do you think, Brian, is it just a top 6 problem or it's something else? Because if you look at the results this season, Chelsea draw, Arsenal lost, Man U lost, Newcastle lost, Liverpool lost. Is it a mentality issue?
Arsenal won, and you're forgetting another team in that. You're forgetting Newcastle United.
Yeah, no.
That's our results.
That's our results.
Our results. Are we having a problem against the top 6 when we're going into these games? We are not performing the way we kind of expect to.
Well, mate, what I will say with the players we've got, we seem to go into these matches worrying about the other team's strengths and trying to combat them rather than other teams that go to these grounds and play to their team's strengths rather than worrying about the opposition's. Which is what we do. We don't think, right, we've got our strengths, let's utilise them. It's no, let's combat them. Let's combat them and then see if we get lucky.
Absolutely. I mean, Brian, look, the penalty appeal in the first half, is there much difference between the one from Cancelo's one and Trent's one? I'm not trying to say it would have made a difference.
The referee and VAR once again were fucking horrific. Horrific. There were so many chances or so many opportunities that should have gone to VAR and looked at more closely, and we should have got. But again, as KPV said, I'm going to take one of KPV's sayings. Liverpool have struck again.
So do you think that's part of the problem today? Then, you know, you look at it and you go, actually, if we get the penalty in the first half, we go in at half time 1-1. We turn up as a second half team and obviously put Kula on. Do you think it would have been a totally different game if we had the decisions go with us than against us, like we always do against Liverpool?
But you know what it is, Marlon, though? With Tottenham Hotspur, we shouldn't have to rely on that. We should be able to turn up in the first half and at least give a decent account of ourselves.
Do you think that Conte kind of had his hands tied behind his back today because of the players that we actually had fit as well?
We're down to the bare bones again, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we don't have decent replacements. The decent replacements that we did have playing different positions to what they should have been playing in, and they get injured, so they can't play. Yeah. So, but yeah, listen, we are down to the bare bones again. We need strengthening, and we need strengthening big. Other teams above us are not challenging for places. Newcastle in January are going to go batshit crazy. But here you go, Eddie. What do you want? What do you want, my friends?
So if you look at it though, let's look at the three above us at the moment: Newcastle, Arsenal, and Man City. They haven't had the same amount of injuries as we've had this season. So is it a case of if we had had our fully fit squad, even though they're not, you know, a lot of us think they're bang average. Do you think that would have been? Do you think we're doing in a better position now, or do you still think it would be exactly the same as it is?
Mate, it's coulda, woulda, shoulda, and even when the other teams have had injuries, they've had players that come in that play in that position that can do the job.
So Conte
said, you know what, like you said, you've got to look as well with our medical team. Our medical team are just, no, I think they're incompetent.
Yeah, look, Brian, I think, I think you're right. But Conte said that he doesn't. He's happy with the size of the squad. It's just the quality. But I mean, what? Is it just the quality, or we're still lacking in depth?
Well, no, mate. Like you said, he's come out this week and said, "I don't know what the club are doing. I don't understand. I'm not aware of what we're doing. Where have we heard this before?" And he even said, "I'm happy with the size of the squad. I just want to get rid of the bit parts and get them ready with ready-made." Unfortunately, ready-made cost money. Jed Spence can't even get on the bloody bench. Inspired signing. Inspired.
But for the future.
Yeah. Is this the problem that Spurs are going to have?
Hold on, I'll ask you a question. Give me one player that we've had player for the future that have been there for the manager that signed him.
Good point. There's a good point. But is this not typical Spurs though? Are we not used to this now? Like, are we just the more and more we fight it?
There's a difference to being right. This is the bit I've got to get across. There's a difference of being used to it and accepting it.
Yep.
People like myself and the person next to me do not accept it and try to fight and do what we do because we've been saying these for years. So there's a difference between accepting it and it's unacceptable. It is unacceptable that this is happening. But hey ho, because for the people I'm sure in the chat when I go back up being negative, there was one even said to me after the Sporting Lisbon game, this was one of the best ones, I've got to call it out. I should have been happy in that Sporting Lisbon 1-1 when he asked me for a positive, said, Eric Dyer almost scored a hat-trick. That's the fact. Eric Dyer almost scored a hat-trick and that was a positive. So Eric Dyer almost scored a header. Perisic completed a couple of crosses and wonderful positives. But what do we end up with? 0. And do you know what? When everyone said, oh, this is it, the greatest Premier League start of our history, what's happened since?
No, agree.
Well, do it. Also, where's our trophy for greatest Premier League start? That we all go, let's go on Twitter and tweet all about it.
Is this, as you would say, is this not now Daniel Levy's Tottenham in the sense of we're about moments instead of about trophies?
Mate, yeah, I think fully aware of my stance on that. And funny enough, he's going to be very aware of that within the next 72 hours. And for the rest of the season, because I will be making my voice heard. Whether it's just me, a group of people, or loads of people that finally get up and do something about it. But I'm not accepting it.
And do you feel like Conte got the tactics completely right today, considering he had what he had at his disposal?
Mate, like I say, it's down to the bare bones. He went 3-5-2. I was talking with stuff, but Basuma I didn't think was good in the first half. I think he was incredible in the second half.
Yeah.
Incredible in the second half. Bentancur is just at the moment streets ahead of him. Streets ahead of anyone. He is absolutely on fire at the moment.
Yeah.
And you had Kane running about like a blue-ass fly all over the place. It's just we've got individuals. We've got individuals, but the shit around them, and I'll say like I always say, as soon as those players cross the white line, the result and the performance has absolutely nothing to do with Daniel Levy. The very fact that they can put on the white shirt, the very fact they can cross that white line and put in those performances has everything to do with him.
No, I agree,
Brian. Well, Brian, try and enjoy your evening. Have a safe trip. We will see you.
Stel wants to say one thing.
Go on then.
Stel, where is he?
What's up, guys? You all right?
You all right?
They let you out of the country. I'm not sure they're going to let you back in the country, Stel.
Stay there, Stel.
I'll stay here over London any day of the week, man. I've got no problem with that. Listen, Toronto's a great city. I recommend it to everyone. It's two things. Number one, big up to Toronto Spurs. This is the second international fan base I've visited. The passion, the singing, and the atmosphere for Spurs is no different to back home. I shit you not. It is so good. Our international support, I don't want to ever hear a Spurs fan cuss them. They are top draw. Come and see for yourself. The second thing is, I agree with Brian, everything he says about Daniel Levy and the squad and the players. But for me, it just goes to show that summer window was absolute bullshit. It hasn't built a squad of quality, because as soon as we've got a couple of injuries to key players, Son, Romero, Richie, we completely lack the ability to not dominate games. So I thought we dominated that second half and parts of the first half, but to kill it off and make it count, we lack that cutting edge. Other than Harry Kane, look, that goal by Harry Kane was a fantastic strike. That's a world-class finish. And the ball from Kulusevski was simple, but that's what you want.
Yeah.
No one else on the pitch is capable of than Perisic. Nobody else. And it's not surprising that both Sessegnon and Emerson got pulled for the subs. What team takes off the two wing-backs to bring on the subs? That just goes to show how rubbish. I'm not going to have any fan tell me that Emerson or Sessegnon are good or give them a chance, or they're not good enough. They fail to deliver. So you look at them two on the pitch. Dyer, I've been saying for ages, he's rubbish. People say, oh no, he's had a good season. He's not good enough. Until we fix that back line, we're always going to be up against it, guys. And today, if you give 2 goals to a team like Liverpool or Chelsea or Man United, Newcastle, any half-decent team, so difficult to come back against Marseille, against Bournemouth, maybe a Brighton. It can be done. But against these top teams, you can't do that. And that is on the quality of our defenders, which is very, very low. And there you go, guys. That's what happened today. I think we deserve the draw overall. But listen, this squad isn't good enough, man. It's not. If we get top 4, it's been a good season for Tottenham, given what Conte's got to deal with. This has got nothing to do with Conte. Nothing. We were good in certain parts of the first half. That second half was all Tottenham. All Tottenham.
Agreed.
Right? People need to get off the manager's back and just fucking get on Daniel Levy's back and start buying some quality players. Longley is not quality. We need quality at this club. And that's it, man. That's what I want to say. Big up Toronto Spurs. Big up to... I can't see who's in the studio because it's so small, but whoever's in the studio, big up. And just before we go, I've just got... Let me get back to Brian. I've just got to wait up. Conte in, Levy out. I'll let you get on with the rest. I'll let you get on with the rest of the show, and I'll end off. And as always, Levy out.